All right, everybody, good morning. I am fired up back from the Century 21 State Conference here in beautiful sunny Florida. And it was exciting for me, exhilarating for me, watching and seeing a whole lot of friends that we've been doing this for a long time around the whole state, and actually people from other states as well this time. But just to see the momentum building and the value that you guys are getting and sharing back with us about what you like, what we're doing. So thank you very much. We really love that feedback all the time. If you have not yet, smash that subscribe button. You're going to get notifications of the content we're pushing out every single day, guys. It's for you, and we enjoy doing it all. So hit that subscribe button. Keep following, guys. Really appreciate you watching. Today's morning drive is a little different, and it's on purpose because there's something I think we need to get down to the heart of the matter here. There's a small, tiny disconnect that we can fix completely together. And here's what I'm talking about. Was in a coaching session with a new agent that came to work with us from another company, and we started going over the primary aim, you guys, and the goals and the whys and all the stuff that's important. But we really got granular on this one, and I think it's going to help you. So here's what we're doing. We're saying, okay, what do you want, right? And I don't know, I want this, and I want college and education and this, all the stuff that normal people say. I want to get out of debt. And so, well, what do you really want, right? And it was a question on her mind. She couldn't really spit the answer out very well. And I said, let me help you. So where are you living? Are you happy? Is that where you want to live? I mean, when you designed your life as a little girl, was that the house that you really wanted to have? And she just starts laughing. She goes, no. I said, okay, well, let's start there. Would you like to live in a different location? Yeah. Would you like a different house? Yeah. Would you like a different lifestyle? Yeah, okay, well, let's start there. Where would you like to live? And she started saying, yeah, I really want to live on the water. And I said, okay, well, why? Well, because I'd like to have a place for my kids to grow up, and all the little things, reasons why she wanted to live on the water. And this is a particular beach lifestyle. I said, okay, so let's go look at a couple houses real quick. We're in my office, we're going up on Zillow, and we're looking at the houses. She goes, that one's cool. I said, okay, click. It is now, this particular house was at $800,000. I said, okay, can you buy that house right now? Do you have the money for that house? Nope, I do not. I said, okay, well, how much money does it cost to even own that house? And she says, well, I don't know. And we started doing the math. Said, okay, 20% down mortgage, right? You can get lower, but let's just say 20. And that's, what's 20% of $800,000? Right, 160 grand. I said, do you have 160 grand? She goes, nope. I said, okay, let's go get 160. She goes, well, that's what I'm here. How do we do that? I said, okay. Well, what's it going to cost you to live in the house? And we went through the example. She needed about $8,000 a month for the house and $160,000 down. And right now, she does not have that money. So I said, that's my job with you and my job with you to help you figure out what's your house and how do we actually figure it out. So we went a little bit granular. I said, okay, so we need $160,000, which we don't have right now, right, in your bank account to make that purchase. So how do we do that? And she goes, well, I need to sell some houses. I said, yes, but how many houses? And she says, well, let's talk about it. I said, let's really talk about it, because this is going to be your business, because I can show you the path that you're going to be living there in 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, or 2 years, or 1 year. Depends on how smart we want to be and how strategic we're going to be about our business, which is what we're talking about right now. So here we are in a beautiful little beach town. This is actually called Reddington Beach. It's on the west central Florida coast, and it's surrounded by a beautiful stretch. Now, this one's pretty unique for me because I love this town. I lived in this town for a long time and recently just sold and moved to a different town. But there are 55 homes right here on the Gulf of Mexico. Only 55, and they're beautiful. All residential, really nice. The beach is one of the best in the world, and it's a very exclusive little cool town. And then that's on this side of the street. There's 55 houses. And then on this side of the street, there's a couple thousand houses, and they're just not as big, and they're just not as expensive. They're still in a beautiful town, but it's a totally different lifestyle. So I said, here is the choice. We can sell 26 of those, or we can sell 3 or 4 of these, right? And literally, they're 100 feet next to each other, or across the street from each other is actually where they are sitting right here. So that's the major difference, because when you knock on doors or you talk to different people, put your sphere aside. You're going to talk to people you don't know who they are right now. So let's go talk to people who are living on this side of the street. And let's go cruise up this street for just a second as I continue this thought. So if I were to knock on that door, or this door, or this door, I'm going to have conversations started. And the interesting thing about these conversations is they're going to be conversations that revolve around more wealth, versus if I went on that side of the street to the right and I had conversations with those people across the street, right? I look on that corner right there, go on. Great people, great houses, cool street, 150 feet from the beach, but not on the beach. So those, you make about $6,000 when you sell one. You pan over to the left, you make about $45,000, $50,000 when you sell one of these houses. So if I'm really committed to making $160,000 extra dollars, I'm either going to work smart, right? And I'm going to talk to these people, because when I talk to them, I'm going to say, hey, this is Jeff Beggins, Century 21. Look, beautiful house. You guys obviously know how great and amazing this town is. There's not much inventory right now. Who do you think is most likely to be selling their house in the near future? Of all the neighbors you know, who do you think I should go talk with? Right? And that's going to stir on a little conversation. And they're going to say, well, you know what? Bob down the street just sold his company, and I think they're going to go buying a big jet and a helicopter and cruise around the world. Right? These are the conversations that you're going to have on this side of the street. The ones on the other side of the street, you're not going to have mega yacht conversations, helipads, and selling companies for multi-millions of dollars. So when the conversation says, no, but my friend Joe is moving here, their friend Joe is likely to be moving on that side of the street. Their friend Joe is likely to be moving on that side of the street. So that side of the street where you're on now is going to require 26 home sales. This side of the street over here, when their buddy Joe moves into town, that requires 3, right? So when we're thinking about this, saying how quickly do you want to be living in your new house, or insert your goal here, whether it's, doesn't matter what it is, but you guys are getting the point. So if you're going to go strategically, tactically about what are we going to do today, who are we going to talk to, I want you to be smart, because you have a street in your town, in your market also, that you have this side of the street and you have that side of the street. And I'm trying to tell you that you need to talk on this side of the street so you can actually create wealth for yourself and start implementing that into other things. Because to buy an $800,000 house on the water, the way things do appreciate over time, that's going to be one of the largest financial assets in your life that's going to appreciate and create wealth. I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about wealth. So if you buy a house like this across the street, it's not on the water, it's not going up as much as the one that is on the water. So when you're thinking about what are you going to buy for your lifestyle, buy the bigger ones. Guys, all it is money. So do you think over the course of the rest of this month, if you went and knocked on 55 of these doors and you said hi in the conversation we just had, something's going to happen. And they're going to say, interesting timing. What do you think we can get right now? My neighbor's moving, my friend's coming into town. You're going to get a transaction that's going to be in that price point, and everything's going to change for you on that one. But this is when it really, really, really gets tough, because our little drunk monkeys, our minds are going to go spin out of control, and they probably are already saying, oh my God, what would I do? When I knock on that door, they're going to say, blah, right? And what's that blah? That's the part where you're going to say, well, I've never sold a $5 million house before. They're going to ask me how many luxury homes I've sold. They're going to ask me what my credibility is, how long have you been in this business? Do you have any past history? What's your marketing budget? What's going to happen? And then you're going to say, oh my God, they're going to require probably $30,000 in marketing and advertising and expenses. I don't have any of this stuff. How am I going to do this? They're going to ask me these questions. I'm not going to be good enough. Then why should I even do that? That's way out of my comfort zone. I don't really need to live in that waterfront house. And then you go and like, God, it's almost noon. I'm going to go to a little bar and tick it on back and say, shit, that luxury market, that's stupid, man. They take way too long to sell. You know, they're going to expire. Then I'm out that whole 30, 40 grand of marketing. What are you going to do, right? So then you go back into your comfort zone and you realize living on the water is stupid because climate change and the houses are all going to be underwater, and you justified yourself from staying where you are, right? So that's why I wanted to go today tactical and help you up your game and help you up your confidence level, because the facts are these houses are easier to sell than those houses across the street, because most of the time they're cash, they're cool people, business-minded people that are ready to rock and roll and make things happen. So that is my advice today from this morning beach drive, is get clear on what you actually want, guys. Up the game while this market is amazing, and stockpile as much wealth and just money as you can, because that's going to create the future options for you to really fund your lifestyle. So let's get real, let's get raw, let's get straight down to it, and raise your price point and put more money in the bank, guys. I hope that helps you out today. Have a great day.